appreciate all the team members who are really taken this as a very important and priority and started working on this.
Yeah, all credit goes to Boston. Team.
Yeah. Okay, Deepti.
Fair in love.
So, appreciate all the team members who are really taken this.
Good morning, everyone. This meeting is a live stream on YouTube channel.
It goes to Boston.
Yeah, and no, I think
Fair in love.
Appreciate all the team members.
Can everyone please be on mute? Yep, thank you. So let me start. Good morning, USA, and good evening from other countries as well. A warm welcome to everyone. Thanks for joining Health and Wellness webinar, which is organized by Telangana American Telugu Association. And thanks to Dr.C. Veerender garu. He's a counseling psychologist and a personality development trainer. He has counseling center that is you and me as well. So thanks for joining the webinar from India, sir. And thank you, Philly team, for organizing this. And thanks to Health and Wellness Committee as well. And today's topic is effective methods to overcome overthinking and anxiety. So let me talk about my let me talk about our organization. Telangana American Telugu Association is the first Telangana organization in North America, and it is a non-profit socio-cultural charitable organization which is built to promote, preserve, and perpetuate the Telangana community in the US and Canada. Telangana American Telugu Association is the youngest organization in towns across North America. TTA organization was formed by a few like-minded people whose leader is Dr. Paila Mallareddy garu. He's an entrepreneur, a harmonious person, but above all, a good Samaritan who does not let go an opportunity who are in need. And I welcome TTA President and TTA Executive Committee here and TTA members and guests for joining the webinar. And myself and Keertana, she's from Boston, who is doing pre-med professional, and she's a youth committee co-chair. We are the moderators for the webinar. And today's topic is TTA Health and Wellness webinar, which is initially discussed. And those are the topics, anxiety, overthinking, and how to come out of it. So these are the topics that we're going to discuss today. And we're going to discuss more on methods to practice overcoming, which most of the people would be interested. And coming to our organization, the mission statement of Telangana American Telugu Association is Telugu Kalala Tota, Telangana Sevala Kota. Using this art theme, we are introducing the following strategic initiatives. So, as I said, TTA is working towards to enhance our Telangana culture across the globe with like-minded people. And in our TTA, we do many activities like emergency services, immigration services, legal and consular services by facilitating the reach with respect to authorities. And we have a helpline number 1800. That's an emergency hotline. It's a first line response. So it's available 24/7 during emergency situations such as accidents, sudden deaths, and TTA will help in consultation with the local authorities, consular offices, to local law and jurisdictions. So and more to speak on TTA, I request our President Vamshi Reddy garu to speak on the TTA and welcome Dr. C. Veerender garu.
Thank you, Ruti. Thank you very much. Dr. Veerender garu, thank you very much, Anik, for coming forward and taking this session. I really appreciate it for your time to help the community and TTA. And also would like to thank Greater Philly and TTA Health and Wellness Committee and our ED, Divakar garu, and my entire EC team here. So as you all know, this is, as Deepti mentioned, this organization is formed by our beloved Paila Mallareddy garu, our founder. Is based out of New York, and then our advisory council Vijay Pal garu, chair Vijay Pal garu, and co-chair Mohan garu, and advisory member Bharat garu. They're the leadership team, and then we have a executive committee and BODs and a whole bunch of volunteers and community members. Definitely, I mean, as Deepti mentioned, we are there for the community. The intent is we came from all the way from India to here. And anything happens to Indian community, the first thing what we wanted to see is how we can be a first responder and how we can help them. And that's one intent is driving all of us to help the community. And some of these programs is to create awareness and increase awareness for the local community and then global community. So I'd like to thanks all the team who is bringing this forward. And then once again, thank you, Veerender Garu, for coming forward. It's all yours, sir. I don't want to take much time, but thank you very much for coming forward for taking the session.
And now I request Suresh Venkanagari, EC board member, to talk about Seva Days.
Thank you, Andy. Kirtana Garu. This is Suresh Reddy Venkanagari. I'm the Internal Affairs Coordinator, as well as I'm the TTA Seva Days Coordinator for Tata Seva Days. That's happening in December. So, welcome, Dr. Veerender Garu.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for your time, and this is the need of the hour. We are looking forward for so many things happening in the community, people working remotely, and a lot of stress with all this things. So మాకు ఏంటంటే ప్రతిసారి మనకు పెద్ద కన్వెన్షన్ చేసాము 2022లో. అలానే మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నెక్స్ట్ సియేటర్లో ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్నారు వంశీరెడ్డి గారు తన ప్రెసిడెంట్షిప్ లో. సో దాని బిఫోర్ మేము ఇండియాలో సేవా డేస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అవి ఇండియాలో కొన్ని ఇలా మెడికల్ క్యాంప్స్, అలానే ఎసెన్షియల్ లైక్ టాయిలెట్స్ ఫర్ ద స్కూల్స్, cancer screening camps, and artificial limbs. So there are a lot of activities we are planning for the Seva Days from December 11 to 22, and that's what I'm coordinating. And so me India lo kuda meeru ala mimmalni kuda invite chestamu Seva Days time lo.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you Divakar garu, our ED Executive Director, for coordinating, and Venu Mama, Venu Enula we call Venu Mama, and for coordinating this session. And looking forward. I don't want to take too much time. Welcome, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh. Yeah.
Thank you, President Garu, and thank you, Suresh Garu, to talking about TT and talking about the Seva Days. And I request everyone to be on the mute. And I request Kirtana, who is the moderator for today's webinar. I invite Kirtana, Youth Committee Co-Chair, to talk about Dr. Veerender Garu.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kirtana, and I'm a recent graduate from UT Austin. I'm also a Youth Committee Co-Chair. It's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker for today, Dr. Veerender, a highly accomplished counseling psychologist and personality development trainer. With a diverse range of experience and expertise, Dr. Veerender has made significant contributions in the field of mental health and sports psychology. And so I'm going to go into some highlights of Dr. Veerender's exceptional career. He has served as the MD in counseling psychologist at the renowned You and Me Counseling Center. He's also previously worked as a consultant psychologist and contributed to the field with valuable insights. He's also actively involved as a member of the Anti-Suicides Committee and as the appointed psychologist for the Sports Authority of Telangana. He's also demonstrated deep commitment to sports psychology by attending the National Games in Kerala. He's also been recognized internationally for his expertise, having been invited to speak and lead discussions at conferences and events worldwide. Notable invitations include Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand, and many more. With an impressive track record, Dr. Veerender has been a lead speaker at numerous national and international seminars, having participated in 50 conferences between 2017 and 2022. And during the pandemic, he conducted 70 international webinars, demonstrating his commitment to sharing knowledge and expertise even in challenging times. In addition to his speaking engagements, Dr. Veerender has organized several impactful national and international conferences and workshops focusing on sports psychology and its applications. His contributions have also not gone unnoticed, as he's received multiple prestigious awards, such as the International Federation of Physical Education, Fitness, and Sports Science Association 2018 Award for a significant contribution to the field of physical education and sports sciences at the international level. In terms of academic qualification, he holds a master's in psychology. He's also further enhanced his expertise with a certificate in sports psychology, and his pursuit of knowledge continued with a one-year sports psychology course and furthermore. Throughout his career, he has also made notable contributions through counseling and mental conditioning. With 14 years of experience as a mental conditioning coach and trainer for sports people, he's helped athletes achieve their highest performance levels. Additionally, he's provided counseling services for 16 years, focusing on various issues faced by adults, including sports anxiety and depression. In addition, he's also an accomplished author, having published 12 books covering topics such as job aspirations, teenage issues, parenting, sports, teaching psychology, and study skills. And his research articles in psychology have been published in esteemed international journals and conference proceedings since 2016. Beyond his professional endeavors, Dr. Veerender is actively engaged in social activities. He's participated in TV talk shows across various channels, raising awareness on critical issues. And notably, his campaigns against farmer suicides and student suicide have made a significant impact. We're privileged to have Dr. Veerender with us today, and we're eagerly anticipate the valuable insights and wisdom he'll share. So please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Veerender. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirtana. Yeah.
Thank you, Kirtana. Thank you for the great introduction of the Veerender Garu. That's good to know about you, Andy Veerender Garu. Now I invite Veerender Garu to start the webinar. And today he's gonna cover the topics related to anxiety, overthinking, and how to come off the anxiety, and the methods to practice overcoming, which most of the people would be interested. And these are the topics he's gonna cover. And I request everyone to be on mute, and please post your questions in the Zoom chat box. After the webinar, we have Q&A session. So the questions will be answered accordingly. Yeah. I hand over next to Veerender Garu. It's all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Deepti, and thank you, Divakar Garu, Vanshi Garu, as well as Kirtana Garu for making my session very easier to connect with all the participants. Let me welcome all the participants for this wonderful session where we talk about the mental health. So I'm Dr.C. Veerender. I'm a practicing psychologist, almost 2 decades in Hyderabad. We have various branches at Madhapur in Hyderabad. I landed here on 2nd May in Baltimore. Now I'm stationed. My daughter is here. She's working as a real scientist. Then I've been around different states since 40 days. Been to Harvard, been to MIT, been to Maryland University, and other cities also. It's a great privilege. I interact with many Indians and also Indian Americans. It was a great education for me also to interact with all of you. And also I visited Boston last week. I had a great privilege to talk to many of the CEOs and the professors. They were doing a lot of research in the brain science and behavioral science also. That was really added value addition to my knowledge. And also with the interaction deliberations with your TTA, really made me to come here. I especially thank Mr. Venu for taking all this pain to connect with your group, and your Divakar Garu also had a nice interaction with me that to give my presentation here. So welcome to this wonderful session. And my session is going to be, now the time is around 11:47. So we'll take till 11:20. Then we can have interaction. I may take another plus or minus 5 minutes after 11:20. But I request all of you to prepare your questions. Please bombard me with the questions. I'm here to take out all the possible questions to interact. So welcome to this session. See, basically, in India, as it is still India considered to be a developing country, people with the various issues of physical or financial or anything there, they may go out and talk to somebody. But whereas if they have any mental health issues, still we are having a lot of taboo. They cannot really go forward and talk to anybody. So we have taken up this issue, and since 16 to 17 years, we have been working to break this myth, break this taboo, so that people can talk about these mental health issues. And especially during the pandemic, though all the people were at home, some of them doing some work from home, some of them don't have any work to do. but we have worked extensively to help out the people across the globe. So our name of the our organization is You and Me, and this You and Me basically it helps the people to have different mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and the couple issues, wife and husband conflicts, parent-child conflict. You know pretty well when the children become teenagers, they have a lot of adjustment issues with a parent, and also the parenting issues. And some of the children suffer with the attention deficit issues and love breakups, and also the performance issues. These are the issues we have taken it very seriously. And for the past almost nearing 2 decades, we have been helping thousands of the students. Especially, we have some flagship programs like Teenage Temptations. This Teenage Temptations is addressed to the teenagers, parents, and the teachers, which can help them to understand that what is the difference between the opposite sex relationship at teenager, between boy-girl relationship. Is it a love? Is it a friendship? Or is it an attraction? How to identify? What are the physiological, behavioral, and psychological differences one can classify to understand whether my relationship is a love relationship, or it's only just friendship, or it's only sexual attraction. This framework we have done, we reached out to the more than 5 lakh students. We take up this issue as a very serious issue, and every year, at least we take out 30 working days, reach out to the different colleges, graduation colleges, some of the schools, medical colleges, and engineering colleges to address the issue, because the India, especially the Telugu states, witnessed many suicides and many attacks on the females in the name of love. So we are taken up very seriously, and we reach out to the majority of the districts in both the Telugu states. We have counseled more than 10,000 students and couples on this issue. The second most important is working on the suicides of the students and suicide of farmers. You know pretty well, every day at least 1 or 2 suicides is taking place in Telugu states. So we address to them maximum extent. We run, and also we have done massive programs from sometimes we did cycle yatra, sometimes we did padayatra. In 2017 December, we have taken cycle yatra from Hyderabad Buddha to Amaravati Buddha. So we traveled on cycles with a team of 50 people. And also we addressed thousands of students, parents, and the faculty to address this issue at 10 places, 5 places in Telangana and 5 places in Andhra Pradesh. It was a massive reception by all the students and the people across this journey from Hyderabad to Buddha to the Amaravati Buddha. And also we have gone across the Telangana states after the Telangana formation. We reached out to the especially three districts. One is Nalgonda, second is Adilabad, third is Medak district, some parts of the Warangal. We addressed the 10,000 farmers at various places. 10 meetings were taken place. We addressed about the how you need to understand when you get a feeling that I must die. There's nobody in this world to help me. And you keep getting some messages that you should die, I must die, I must die. These messages, we try to make the people to understand that they're all false, fake messages. When you are undergoing the stress, you may get this. It is not necessary to take that call and work on that. And also we have given various methods how to generate the economical sources. We help them to understand the relationship between the wife and husband, how they need to understand their emotions. These kind of framework we have done with the farmers. And also we started very strongly working for the past 5 years exclusively about the premarital counseling. See, choosing a spouse is become very, very challenging in these situations. As the females are grown up, females have taken up the great task of improving themselves, going for highly qualified professions. And also they are challenging to find the spouse. Maybe a love relationship, maybe a arranged marriage system, or maybe a family close relationships, whatever it may be. Before you go for marriage, boy parents and the girl parents need to come to premarital counseling. We try to tell them the transparency, how you can create between the families and between the bride and bridegroom, so that they don't have any kind of issues, post-marriage issues. Because we have done research, we published a paper on these marriage relationships, how the transaction before the marriage, laying a seed to lead to divorce after the marriage. So we are trying to minimizing all the areas where it lead to the divorce, but it lead to the harmonious life. So premarital training programs, also we have started this. See, these are the major important aspect way of doing it. And also the most important from the pandemic and post-pandemic, we are extensively working on mental health issues. Because I should appreciate all of you for taking this initiative and taking forward to the people, because we were not addressed by elders, by anybody, that mental health you need to take care. When somebody says that you're not well means you're not physically well. But actually, you should also think that if you're not well means you should also test and take care your mental health also. So now we are, I just want to take another 1-2 minutes to tell about the you and me, because you and me is a absolutely professional counseling center, which consists of the many professionals, clinical psychologists, child psychologists, as well also the psychologist and sports psychologist. And we serve almost 10-15 countries across the globe on Zoom. So we work online as well as the offline with respect to the timings which are available for with respect to their country. So we extend help for the people. So we taken up a one message that you don't have to struggle in silence. Let us all together break the silence, and we are here to help you. So take up this message, and everybody who are the participants, at least after the session, talk about this session with at least 3 people or 5 people. Maybe your friends, maybe your neighbors, maybe your family, maybe your colleagues, maybe people who are in India. But ask them to focus on the mental health, because mental health will affect your physiological conditions, physiology. I think you all may be knowing that 70% of the physical ailments, 70% are just because of your head. What is going here, which is really going to disturb your whole physiology? Because the whole body, maybe they're all organs we call, which are externally visible, they are not independent by itself. They're all housed and controlled by this master. This is the thing which can control each and every part of your body. If this is good, you know pretty well, every part of the body functions very well. Every decision, every feeling, every thought, it is being created here. Then it percolates into each and every muscle and each and every part, each and every atom of your body. That is how the whole human body functions. And it's really funny to know that this is an area which is taking care of whole your body, but unfortunately we don't take care of it. We ignore, we deny. We'll be always under the dark, and we're not interested to talk about our mental status, mental health, psychological issues. We never talk. We have a lot of feelings, we have a lot of thoughts, and we really don't know that what exactly the connection between the feeling, thought, and behavior. See, the whole human behavior is being conducted out of only these 3 things. We call it a human triad, we call it as. One is a thought, second is feeling, third is behavior. You get some thought, it generates your feeling. And this feeling, It influences your physiology and it shows in the form of behavior. This behavior once again influences your thought, and this thought influences your feeling. This feeling influences your behavior. So these three, complement each other. That's how human conduct himself, herself in this world. Whoever it may be, it is not connected with the religion, region, anything. This bipedal human being have this conditioned with only these three things. So you can think now how important it is to understand about our feelings, our thoughts, our behaviors. Any feeling which generates here, it automatically has to express it through the muscles of your body. We call this as a psychophysiology. So it is a very common for all of you. Look at something. So if one of your friend or neighbor or your colleague or your family member, you look at them and you tell, hey, you looks very angry. Why? That person will not say anything. That person, no behavior, but just looking at him or her, you can easily identify that he is in anger. Then question arises, how did you understand this? So it means across the globe, there are primary emotions are there that is being expressed similar way, similar fashion. The muscles of the face and the body will express it through your feelings. So that's how your emotions are radiated, understand by others. The whole study, we call it as a emotional intelligence. How you express your feelings, how you understand them and respond to that. In general, we call it as a mindset, the ability to understand the other person's emotions and regulate your emotions with respect to that so that there exists some harmony between these two people. Any person have this ability, we generally say in our colloquial words and terms, you use it. We call them as, no, he's a mature person. He knows what to talk, what not to talk. He knows how to behave. So all these things, basically, we help the people to understand, to make them. And pretty well in this world now, everybody accepts that every human being experiences the stress. Especially people who are in America and other countries who are migrated from India to here or other countries to here. Definitely they have very challenging because culture is different. Outside eating habits are different. The behavior patterns are different. The rules of the roads are different. The managing house styles are different. And also the professions in which you need to work on for your livelihood, they are also different. The expectations by the organization and by the people, by the family, by friends, everything is different. So naturally, everybody have these stress levels. Especially if you can look into the health professionals. They are doctors, psychiatrists, or psychologists like me, and also IT professionals. The IT professionals are really have a high amount of depression because IT professionals, the software packages, every year they try to update their version. And the people who are working in that platform, they need to update their version to understand them, give the solutions for it. And because of that, they need to work regularly. And they need to connect with the family, the changes in the family, financial status, health conditions, their parents, spouse, kids, social structure, connecting with the people who are in India, managing the money, whatnot. So if you are able to manage all these things, definitely they are really going to help you better, and you can perform better. Your productivity increases. You get the appreciation from the family as well as friends and from the organization, and you are in the progressive on the professional ladder. And also the everybody who really look at their life into a very bigger goals and have their goals in the life and start working, updating themselves with the new skills which are available in the market. They keep doing different courses. They're all doing good. But the problem comes from the family, because we came from the family. We have everything, our outfit, everything from America, but Dil Hai Hindustani. Your thought is conditioned with the Indian conditions. You're trying to give out all the Indian values to the kids, but the kids are grown up here, born here. They see the culture of America. They try to take it them. So the children are under high stress. They have to behave with the American culture in the schools, and they come back home and start behaving with respect to the culture of India. Parents also, worried that their kids might, follow the American culture. Some parents are okay with it. Some parents are not okay. Parents may be okay, but grandparents may influence them. So these kind of things will really create a lot of stress for them. So whenever there is a stress which exists for a longer time, automatically people generate too much of anxiety. So today we are going to really understand much about anxiety and overthinking. Before that, I just want to make you understand that some case studies, these case studies are actually came from America. I have a lot of clients from America, all parts of the states. My work when I'm in India, in Hyderabad, my work starts early in the morning, 6 o'clock, because connecting here in the evening times after their office hours around 7:30. So from 6 to 8, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, I have 3 slots. Then once again, after coming from my office works from the 10 o'clock, 10:30 to evening 7:38. Then once again, after coming home, I'll give my appointments from 9 o'clock. It extends for another 2-3 slots are available. Similarly with my other colleagues also. So we keep helping people based on their timings and all. Similar, some of the case studies. I'm not using anybody's name, so there is no question of I'm going beyond the privacy and confidentiality, because counseling is absolutely very, very confidential, systematic, scientific, structured process. So now one case study, if you can look into that a 50 years old human being, a professional, because some reason suddenly lost his job. And since then, he stopped sleeping, not able to do anything. Morning to evening, always generated a lot of anxiety. So we have assessed his state of mind using available psychometric assessments online. Then we helped him to structurize his thoughts. He immediately started thinking that I lost job at the 50 years. I need to take care of my kids in America. The money what I collected is not sufficient to feed their pay the fee for their graduation. And also, what other peer going to talk about me? What happens in American Indian status? What really the people from India think about me? These kind of things are made him become totally disturbed. So we structurized his thoughts, made him become calm inside. We added some engaging habits, and he helped him to made himself to be calm, got sleep pattern better, food pattern better, going for regular exercise, had developed a better way of looking at the things. And the another case study, a 30 years of lady experiencing for a constant fear of something is going to happen in life after second child. Many of the people might be knowing that they have a postpartum depression. And apart from the depression, she also developed too much of anxiety and also connected with this anxiety for more years. Then it slowly converted into psychosis. So simple anxiety is nothing but a constant fear that something is going to happen for them. Then nothing will be there. The stimuli are zero, but their thought patterns, made them to behave like that. She has a constant worry that she has to move out of America to India. But unfortunately, her conditions, husband conditions, were not allowed to move to India often. During the 3 years of this pandemic was made her life disastrous. So with great difficulty, they left for India just 1 month back. And we helped her, we assessed. Then she's, apart from the anxiety, she also had some serious mental health issues. Still, we are working on that lady. The third case, mother was attacked with the corona in the first phase at India. And the client who approached me could not see mother for various reasons. One reason is that one is financial. Second reason is that he's afraid that if we take the leave and goes to the India, he may lose the job. And that is very deterrent for his future. But, mother is suffering with the corona and he has a lot of concern and love towards mother. But unfortunately, he could not go. And that really made his life miserable and is suffering with sleeplessness, not able to eat properly, not able to focus on the profession, attacks. So we help them to organize his value system, which is helpful for his present state of situation. We made him to understand from where these unhelpful thoughts are popping up in your head and fighting with the existing situation, and which is creating the panic attacks for him. And we help them to become better, and he has become now better, and is just recently left for India. Now she is, fourth case is in relationship, lost her job, still exists in India, in America. Parents informed that they are coming to US, and since she got news of this, she developed a lot of anxiety. See, these are some of the case studies which the people who are living here, they raised the issues. So anxiety basically is defined as a perceived danger, the physiological response to a perceived danger. What is this meaning of perceived danger? Anybody, please post your answers on the chat box. What is this perceived danger? What is the perception actually? How we can understand this? Fast, please make it a quick response on this, my question. What is the perception as per your understanding?
The way of seeing things in a different, like whatever they have in their mind, they'll speak out, right? That's called a perception.
Okay, one response as per Dipti says, the way of looking at the things. Nice. Any other response? There it seems. Dipti, can you read the responses in the chat box?
The response we got from Kamalakar is others' ideology.
Yeah, others' ideology. Okay. Okay. What else? I thought you're all very active. So I want responses. See, there is no right, wrong answers here. I'm asking your opinion. So whatever you know, you just can put it because you've been maybe using this word, listening this word since long time. The perception. It seems there is a one response. Dipti, can you read for me?
There's nothing from the Kamalakar, I would say. And basically, what everyone is saying, like what they think the other individuals.
Yeah. Okay. This is another response is what they think individuals. So I want some more responses.
Yeah.
I want little more responses from the participants. You're all very wise and knowledgeable and experienced people in this group. So I want your opinions on this, please. Post some of your opinions.
So it's an anticipation.
Yeah, it is an anticipation. Okay.
So it's an individual's interpretation of level of potential harm or negative outcome.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
Circumstance.
Yeah. Now the opinions are coming fast. I appreciate your live participation. All the participants, please take the opportunity. I just wanted to know. Please post your opinions.
The way each individual looks out on the world.
Yeah, the way in which others looks on the world. That's nice.
And your own way of looking at something.
Yeah, very good.
So it may vary from person to person, right? Due to individual.
Yeah, of course.
And cultural factors.
Yeah. Any others?
So it may be influenced by various factors like including attention, memory, emotions, and cognitive biases.
Okay. So thank you for posting your opinions. I appreciate your participation. I request all the participants also take the initiative in the coming time. If I really wanted to know something from you, please be part of that. It is not just I teach and you listen. It is not that, it is a collaborative work. We need to make it so that the session can be more useful for you and for me also. I should also learn from you. So these, first of all, you all need to understand perception is nothing but the creating some information by yourself, for yourself, as a reality. That is a perception. But the real existence, something real is different. But you create your own information for think that it is a reality, and you start look at that as itself a reality. So anxiety generates because of this. Because the information created for yourself, it is not true. Then it creates a threatens for you. Then naturally you think that is going to, disturb your life. So that's where we talk it as a perceived danger. Your body starts responding. Why it responds? You know pretty well that it's only perception. You know that it is not a reality. It's only an information you created for yourself. Then why body is responding? Because brain don't know that what is fake, what is the reality. This is the biggest reality you all need to understand. Brain cannot really judge it. Brain cannot segregate what is real, what is fiction. It responds in the same way. You know pretty well, recollect from your experience. I give a simple anecdote. See, you're watching a movie, you know pretty well that every situation seen in the movies are drafted, created. When you are watching, if at all there is any emotional scene, is that you cry. If any fearful situation is that you are afraid. You are afraid such that sometimes you'll switch off the television also. Some people, after watching the movie, they don't sleep in the nights. Then why all these things are happening? They know pretty well that it is a movie. They know pretty well that it is not real. They know pretty well that it is created. It is drafted. But still, your brain perceives it as real. Your body responds in the same way as if you are experiencing their real situation in your life. That is a tragedy you all need to understand. Once you understand this, life becomes very easy. You never fall in the trap of this anxiety. And you all need to understand that anxiety is nothing but it is a physiological response to your perceived danger. It is not real danger, perceived danger. There are two types of dangers are there. One is perceived danger. Second is a real danger. If you fail to distinguish this, then you experience the anxiety. For example, in front of you or in front of me, there is a tiger. The huge animal. Then automatically I feel afraid of it. I really feel fearful. Then what I do if I experience the fear? What we can do, Deepthi?
Yeah, we have a few other comments also, Veerender Garu.
Yeah.
Take some. So Deepika was saying like perception can vary from person to person due to individual differences, personal experiences, and cultural factors.
Yes, exactly. Because the information is created by themselves, so they can create anything for them. So it definitely is not same. It varies from person to person. So whenever there is a fear, if some wild animal stand in front of us, we definitely feel afraid. We definitely feel fearful. Once we feel fearful, what we do? It helps you to run away. The basic aim of the fear is to protect you, to safeguard you. Our brain immediately shifts into a fight or flight mode. You have more energy, courage, you are trained. There's no option. Then you are going to fight with the tiger, like all our Telugu cinema heroes. Otherwise, the best option is that to fled away from the situation. Your adrenaline rush increases. Your each and every part of the body muscle become very tight. It prepares you to fight the situation, either to fight or to run. In both the cases, you require the tightening of the muscles. So it prepares it. So fear is the one of the most important emotion human beings need to have. Not only human being, any life. Why all the any life existing on the planet still now? Because they have this fear. So fear protected them. If you go back to the Homo sapien period, how human race has been protected when they were also living with the wild animals in the forest? Because of this fear. Because of the fear, it made them to climb on the trees and live safe. This is a fear which made them to protect. It is a fear they prepared the weapons. It is a fear they constructed the walls. It is a fear they constructed the houses. It is a fear they have done everything. The human race progressed till now. It is out of only just fear. And there are three types of anxieties are there. We call them as moral anxiety and neurotic anxiety and reality anxiety. Whenever you cross this, then your anxiety starts generating. And this, if you can see, whenever anybody experiences the anxiety, there are four types of responses your body starts giving out. One is physiological. That is, it increases your heart rate, your muscle become tensed up, sweating, blushing, and dizziness, nausea. Sometimes, people vomit. These things, many of the students, they experience before going to the exam. And cognitive means thought. What if I did not do? What if I fail? What if I did not make good money? What if I don't protect the job? What if I'm fired from the job? And worries about physiological symptoms. And these cognitives, they immediately start thinking about the physiological symptoms. Why I'm experiencing this? Why I'm getting nausea? And all kind of worries it generates. Next, emotional, fear, dread, they become panic, frustration, anger, disappointment, sadness, and that lead to their behavioral changes. And because of all these things, whenever we experience anxiety, you start avoiding that situation. There a social situation is there. We have to go to that point, but you don't want to go. Why? Because if I go there, people keep on asking some questions which I don't like. Then what I do? I avoid going there. Anybody who is avoiding something which is very important, useful for their family and for their life, if they're avoiding, take word that they're all experiencing the anxiety. So any person who has this anxiety symptoms and experience longer time, it may convert into these type of anxieties. Generalized anxiety disorder, any new situation is there, they start experiencing these symptoms. They get sweaty palms, butterflies in the stomach, they cannot eat, they can't sleep, they can't talk properly. And, they so go away from the reality situation. They have all their imaginary world. That is generalized anxiety at every point of time. And obsessive OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. This is what, people keep on repeating same thing for longer times. They wash more, they pray the God more, they do puja for hours together, they get all irrational thoughts, they get a lot of sexual thoughts, they have blasphemic thoughts about the God. All these things keep on coming in the obsessions. Panic disorder, immediately when the anxieties become more, they can't sleep properly and they feel that there is a heart attack is going to come. They have a lot of palpitations, they can't speak out, they take a lot of time to breathe, they feel like these kind of feelings they get. These are all because of the panic disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder, in particular situation, if they experience it, immediately their body trembles, shivers, and some people may, become faint also. Social media, they never come into the groups, they never interact with anybody. And also people feel terrible that if they want to go to new places, they want to go to meet new people, new job, new technology, all these things are going to convert into this type of anxieties once a person taking out this anxiety for a longer time. Similar panic also. Then next question arises, how to come out of it. This is what we are all looking for it. So once you understand, once you know about it, then actually we can understand. One is psychotherapy. I suggest people who are having, don't work on yourself. Better go to a professional psychologist. Psychologists first help you to structurize your thoughts. They help you. So once again, I'm telling you, counseling is not preaching. Counseling is not teaching. Counseling is not elderly advice. No way. Counseling is a systematic, scientific, realistic, practical method of restructuring your thoughts to empower you to handle a particular issue throughout your life. Once you come for the counseling, they teach you, they'll help you to learn the skills so that you can empower yourself and handle the situations. And it's a collaborative work. It is not the I teach and you do it. It is not like that. So psychotherapy is one thing. That is psychotherapy or counseling, both are replaceable words. Then we teach them how to visualize. This is one method, technique this is. Another one is to train them on mindfulness. Mindfulness means being in the present. How one can be being in the present? Anybody who's experiencing the anxiety, very simplest experience and exercise, anybody can do it. That if you are all are alert, we'll do for 2 minutes of exercise on mindfulness. All of you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
So please sit comfortably.
So do you want us to close the eyes?
Yeah. I'm going to tell the same. Please sit comfortably and close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Slowly and comfortably and gently. And just concentrate on my suggestions. Then I'm going to give a suggestion. Just go with that. If you have any doubts, you can definitely raise after this my session. Yeah. Now you can focus or pay your attention on your leg toes. Just leg toes. Where they are rested, where they are placed. Pay full attention on your leg toes. If you pay more and more attention on that, you will understand, you experience a minute vibration in your leg toes. Then visualize the blood is flowing in your leg toes, coming from the upper part of the body, from your legs into your arms, ankles, into your leg toes. Then slowly pay your attention on your leg palms. You're experiencing the weight of your leg palms. Then blood is slowly returning back, going up. Then focus on your ankles. Visualize that through your ankles and legs, through the veins, the nerves, the blood is flowing. And slowly pay your attention on your calf muscles. Just give your full attention on your calf muscles of your. That's fine. That's fantastic. Slowly, slowly pay your attention on your knees. The blood is coming from the calves, leg calves to your knees and touching each and every part of the bone, your knees. From there, it is entering into your thighs. Just experience the load on your thighs as you're sitting on your chair. Then slowly you're coming up to your trunk. The blood is coming from the thighs to your trunk and the stomach. Just visualize, go inside of the body from the stomach, intestine into the muscles of your lungs. And just focus for a minute, for 10 seconds and 20 seconds on your heart muscle. Try to listen to the sound made by your heart. As you know that it is making lub dub. As you focus, just imagine it is contracting and expanding. Blood is oozing out. Then from there, you can shift to your shoulders. Experience that there is a stress on your shoulders. Slowly, slowly pay your attention on your biceps, then to the elbows, then to your fingers and hand palms. The blood is flowing from the hand palms into each and every finger. So just pay your attention each and every tip of your fingers. Just a tip of the finger. You understand it's a minute vibration. That's fine. That's fantastic. Then slowly you can pay your attention on your neck. Through that you are entering into your head. Visualize the blood is flowing from the backs of the head to the skull and the brain into your eyes. Visualize from the inside of your head, the blood is flowing to touching your eyelids and eyes, and then nose, then the lips, and to the chin and cheek into your ear. Then all blood is going inside into your head. You may be getting different kind of thoughts. Allow all the thoughts to go out like vehicles, two-way vehicles in the road. New thoughts are entering into your brain. Old thoughts are going out of your brain. And it is making you feel very, very light and comfortable. Just relax. All the old thoughts, whatever you are carrying, you're allowing them to go out. It can be a pain, it can be agony, it can be a fear, it can be any thought you've been carrying since a long time. Just allow them to go out. Invite a fresh, energetic, happy. They're all entering into your brain. All painful old thoughts are going out. Fresh, new, vibrant thoughts are entering into your head, and it's making you feel very, very happy. That's fine. Then slowly, slowly open your eyes. Yeah, this is a very quick exercise you can do whenever you are in stress, whenever you feel anxious. This we call it as a mindful exercise. Very simple mindful exercise. You can also call it a body scan exercise. This will change your way of looking at things, and it makes you become more comfortable with existing situations. So we tell them, we do the therapies using the cognitive behavior therapy. There is a very, very useful therapies are there. Within no time, you will become better. Cognitive behavior therapy, SFBT, solution focused behavior therapy, and also REBT, rational emotive behavior therapy, NLP, neuro linguistic programming, existential therapy, gestalt therapy. These are all scientifically designed therapies which helpful for anybody to come out of this. So we do a lot of paperwork which can based on their thoughts and which will be very helpful for them. This is how in psychology, counseling, in psychotherapy, we use with the clients and make them feel experience better. There are certain things you can also do it for yourself. Like, when you're experiencing the stress, manage your stress. From where stress is stemming and alter that, organize that. Then stress will be minimized, then your performance increases. Then relaxation techniques, listen to your beautiful music, go into the garden, talk to your friends, enjoy the conversation. These are all very healthy methods. But many of the people, what they do is, even young or old, to manage the stress, they go with the unhelpful coping mechanisms. Like they drink, they go for casino, they go for eating too much food, they become very aggressive at home. These are all maladaptive behaviors which can cause disturbance in your health, disturbance for financial status, disturbance in the relationships. So the methods what we are practicing, they are very healthier and very useful. And also try to go to the gym regularly, at least do for half an hour exercise. That is always helpful. Have a support system with the friends or family. And pick up one physical game every day, at least for half an hour. Go and do. Because these are all things are being done with the increase in the cortisol levels. Whenever anxiety is more, cortisol levels automatically increases, and which causes all these things. So these are we'll shift to the case studies quickly. I know just already to 12:36. Sorry, I'm taking time. So case studies of the overthinking. Ananya expected feedback from her boss, but did not get. Purna didn't expect a grim from the Rajesh, but she got it. Sony did not expect the frank feedback she got from her boss. Rakesh did not get the nod from his girlfriend for the marriage. Swapna did not expect rejection from her peers. Ansa expected appreciation from the peers, but did not get it. See if you can understand these situations. They expect something they are not getting, and then this creates too much of the overthinking. What they overthink? Ananya expected feedback from her boss, but did not get it. She did a lot of work, and she expected that boss will appreciate her. But unfortunately, boss did not appreciate it. Then immediately she started thinking that it means the boss lost interest in me, or is not going to keep me for longer time. I think whether I will be promoted or not. These thoughts made her to become sleepless, and she developed a lot of anxiety and disturbed herself. So to have the overthink, they always go with some expectations. The basic attitude of the overthinkers is that, and once it does not happen, then their flood of thoughts keep on blowing. It's overflown the dam, and their life becomes hell out of these things. Then why it happens? Why overthinking people do? Because of the wrong parenting. Whenever in an environment where the parents are very, very strict, they don't allow the children to talk. They allow to express their opinion. They don't allow to share their experiences. All these things made people to become overthinkers, because they wanted to tell, they wanted to convey to the elders and the parents, but they don't allow, they keep on thinking inside. So it becomes a habit pattern for them. And that loses its control and boundary, and it can extend to any extreme cases, and that can consume their health, they consume their time, consume their, all kind of rationality, and they become overthinkers, and it creates a lot of disturbance. Even they also suffer with the physical illness also. So these are the major things which really happens, the overthinkers. Then question arises that how to overcome. Overthinking is there. I know that I am really doing overthinking. Then how to come out? The best part of the overthinking is that when you know that you are going to overcome, think on the paper. Don't think on the paper, in the head. Take the paper. An incident happened. Then you write down what thoughts you are going to happen. Then write down solution also. The boss did not appreciated me. Maybe because of there are a lot of possibilities are there. Let us think in different way. Write down on the paper. So freeze it. If possible, you can go and talk to them. And similarly, whatever the suggestions we discussed about the anxiety, and that activities, physical activity must very, very essential. And this can break that loop. If you can think everything on the paper, it will not allow you to enter into that loop of thinking. It will not be in the cycle of thinking. Then it will give a logical reasoning. When you put it on the paper, then that is really going to helpful for you. And it is one of the most possible helpful scientific methods. Whatever you do, you can think on the paper. So thank you very much for your patience and time. Sorry, I took more time. So now I request all of you to ask for questions. I'm ready for taking the questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Veerender. Very informative session and stress. And he's talked about a lot of real examples, how we're going to take care of these things. And thank you very much. And now I would like to request Kirtana, Kamboji, and Deepthi will moderators. They'll ask questions from the Zoom chat box and social media. So go ahead, Kirtana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Divakar, and thank you so much, Dr. Veerender. It was an amazing presentation, and I'll just go down the list by the first question. So the first question was, how can individuals develop a positive mindset and shift their perspective to reduce the impact of overthinking and anxiety?
See, first of all, anybody who has these kind of issues, they need to practice certain things, right? Any incident happens, first of all, they should write it on the paper. Don't practice too much of thinking in the head. Think on the paper, because brain, as I told you, really don't know the rationality of that. It can shift to the negative, it can shift to the positive. So better is write down on the paper. Then it will guide you whether your direction of thinking is going right or wrong. And to be more positive, I suggest you to pick up one game. Push up yourself every day, at least 30 to 40 minutes. You do some physical exercise. Better is, if you have very little time, go and play some physical game. It can be a table tennis, it can be a basketball, it can be a volleyball, it can be tennis, it can be anything. Because when your body generating more cortisol because of work stress or because of anything, that can be countered only because of your play. When you play, the dopamine neurotransmitter increases in your head, and that is a major reason for you to develop the positive thinking. So the dopamine levels of neurotransmitter need to be increased. That can be done either by medicine or by doing your exercise. But as a professional, I suggest you, first you do this. Your body has that ability to generate the dopamine. Dopamine can improve your positive thinking. Dopamine increases your motivation to do the things. Dopamine makes you become more happy. That is the reason whenever you go and play for 1.5 hours, end of the game you can see there is a feel-good factor generates. Apart from the dopamine, when you play, there's endorphin it releases. That they're all feel-good hormones. So you can create for yourself. When it is really become very severe, then definitely you need to go for a psychologist and psychiatrist. Take the help. If it is they suggest medicine, please take it. Don't listen to the people around you, because people without having experience, without knowing anything, they keep on giving gyan that don't use medicine. If you start using, use it for a lifetime. It's not. There are now medicine raised to a focused medicine. If you are really suffering with this, then you can use it. See, you know pretty well, somebody is suffering with hypertension. What they do is they use the medicine for lifelong. Somebody is using with some thyroid. What do? They use the medicine. They are used for lifelong. So certain things, the hormonal imbalance takes place. You got already with the genetical or by default, physiologically you are deficient. What do you do? So without designing all these things, if you go for help with them, then automatically these things will be developed and practice these things. Then definitely it is going to be helpful for you to come. Okay,
That's
madam?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
keep
that,
on.
that's awesome, Dr. Veerender. We'll definitely consider your advice and all the information you provided to hopefully develop a positive mindset. And I'd like to pass it over to Deepthi to ask the next question.
Yeah. Someone was saying that gun violence is a big issue in the USA.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, we have seen mental and drug related cases here. So how to overcome these kind of problems?
Yeah, recently I posted my comments on Biden and Vice President on this issue because I requested them. See if you can look into the many of the gun violence, the people who use the gun and kill the people, they all have these mental health issues. So instead of working on how to abolish the license, collecting the guns, first of all, they need to screen out all the schools, all the young people, as we already done in the case during the corona, that what you call, we use the 3T, trace them, track them, treat them. Similarly, you can also trace, you can also track whoever have these psychological issues, we can track them by using psychometric assessment, you can treat them. And then naturally people don't use it because people who are having the guns, they are not using it. Rarely few people are using it. Once you track them, their psychological status, and if you treat them, I think automatically people become more positive, and there's no question of using the guns and create violence in the society. So it is everybody's concern. So I wish that the US government definitely should look into that. I posted my comments a number of times that time has come where you need to focus more on the mental health, because mental health is one of the most important reason for people to become violent, people to become more aggressive, people to become more restless, and they resort to some certain violent things. Okay, Deepthi?
Yeah, that answers well, Veerender Garu. Kitana
Okay. There's one hand raise was there in Venugula.
Kirtana, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. The next question is how anxiety is related to pain in our body.
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
Anxiety?
How anxiety is related to pain in our body.
Pain.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Pain.
Is it a physical pain?
It can
Yes.
be physical or mental pain, anything.
Okay, okay. See, I'll tell you simple. When you experience the anxiety, as I told you, there are some symptoms. One is that you cannot sleep. See, this is the biggest emotional pain you experience. Some people, they experience a lot of physical pain. They get head pain, they get the nerves in the neck and in the shoulders, they keep on pulling out. And some people experience total body muscle pains. So these are all because of the anxiety. So the whatever the thought which is locked here, which is definitely, if you are not solved, if you're not resolved, it percolates to each and every part of the body and it can convert into physical pain. So when you know that these symptoms are getting, so first of all, you need to think that instead of going to a physician, better go to a psychologist. You can solve this problem. I'll share one case study for your reference. 3 years back, before Corona, one girl came to me. She's preparing for IIT exam. Parents brought her to me, stating that she's unable to concentrate. But actual problem is that she's developed so much of pain in each and every part of the body. So why? Because she knows that she cannot compete. She's not able to perform better in the exams. She's copying. Whenever time gets, she's copying to show the result to the parent. So this moral conflict disturbing her. And she's unable to talk to anybody. She can't speak to friends. She can't speak to teachers. She can't speak to the parent. Then she persisted that idea for longer time, that moral anxiety. So she came to me. So we had few sessions, made her to come out of this physical pain and relaxed. And they were, allowed her to study how much she can study. And she got some rank and somehow she joined in college. She's happy. So that's how the psychological thought can convert into a physical pain. There's every possibility there. Recently, one girl came with some issue. So for every 2-3 days, she used to faint. They went to many doctors. CT scan over and what do you call MR, all kind of tests was being done, but nothing is there. Everything is normal. There is no organic contribution. It is psychological. So we help them to come out. After that, now she is pursuing her career. So that's how, if you fail to address the psychological issues, it is not only impairs your intellectual ability, it also impairs physically. It limits you. You don't allow you to go out. You become totally isolated from the society. You might have seen many people who are in depression. They don't go outside. They don't talk to anybody. They become very aggressive. They shut down everything. In the darkness, they sleep. So it is totally, you keep yourself in an asylum, in a jail. You create a hell for yourself. Okay?
That answers well, sir.
Yeah.
And I request Kirtana to go for the next question.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Veerender. You definitely provided a lot of valuable insights and information that I feel like we don't realize. And the next question is, can anxiety be genetic?
It is sometimes, people who have challenges, they have the anxiety by their own self. Anxiety can be also sometimes, for some people, it is genetic also. Some people, it is because of the attachment style with their parents when they were very young, when the parents did not pay much attention when the child, to fulfill the needs of the child, when the child was infant. From there, actually, the anxiety stems. So when it was not addressed properly later, it keep on carrying out. People don't understand that from where this anxiety is coming. Everything is fine for me. I don't know why from where anxiety is coming. It comes from their childhood days. The parent was not paying proper attention. So to overcome from this, definitely if you can go and meet a psychologist, people like me, definitely help them, and it minimizes, and they become better. Okay, Kirtana?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Veerender. I'd like to pass Deepthi to ask the next question.
Yeah, one person was saying like stress can cause mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and personality disorders.
Yeah, it is. It is. Stress is one of the most common causes for all mental health issues.
So
Why stress comes? Stress comes because you are always in a denial mode. Whenever there is a non-acceptance mode, you are shifted, then everything becomes a trouble for you to do it. So when you in the denial mode, but you are supposed to do, you don't do it out of your willingness, then it start creating stress on you. Then automatically that leads to make all your physiological functions becomes stressed up, and that lead to the anxiety, or some people depression. And if you already have these kind of issues, it may convert into the obsessions also, the obsessive compulsive disorder. Or for some people, if it is for longer duration, and there is some genetical component, if at all it exists, and it may convert into psychosis also. People enter into these hallucination issues.
Veerendra, I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
I have seen, particularly in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, like a 10th class intermediate results come out. The next day, I can see hundreds of students committed suicide. We don't know what is reason, what government is doing, how to overcome this kind of problem. I've seen last time 15 deaths in Warangal one day committed suicide after the school results. Why the school students suddenly take a decision to die? Even my case personally, I have my personal problem. Recently, one of my family member, just 23 college student, he died. I don't know what is the reason. He didn't share any information to anyone. He's a nice person, nice kid, finished college, MBA, but really we try to find out what's behind the scene. It's very hard to understand kids. I think my understanding is parents should spend more time with the kids, understand their psychology and how they're going the problem. Maybe that's going to help. I don't know. Maybe Dr. Veerendra can give some suggestions to the parents, please.
Well, definitely, this is basically what is happening is, as far as school day students, See, the parents keep on talking about too much about the success. We are not training them. We are not teaching them the life skills. See, we are not making them to interact with the friends. We're not allowing them to go and play. We are not allowing them to express their thoughts and ideas, even in the school, at home. So the whole children, actually the development of the child happens on the school days, the cognitive development. They must be allowed to speak. They must be allowed to talk. They must question the people, the parent or the teachers. But we are not allowing. In the schools, it has become totally very, very monotonic way of teaching. It's only one way of teaching. If any student raise and ask a question, they were not addressed. And they admonish the child. They don't allow to ask any question. And they should not talk to any friend in the classroom. The lunch time is only for 30 minutes. And after the school bus there, with whom they need to talk. So these kind of things, we are all making them to push into a tunnel. So the tunnel is only to get the good marks. If you get 95%, 90%, then life is there. But it is not true. Unfortunately, our Telugu state's parents are conditioned and obsessed about getting more marks. They are not focused. They are not able to understand that every child on this planet born with 10 multiple intelligences. It is proven theory by Professor Award Garner from Harvard University. And just yesterday only I went there in the university. I've been trying to communicate this for the past 15 years. I spoke about this more than 10,000 times in various places, including TV channels. Our parents are obsessed and conditioned because somehow we have to push our child into the America. Because the dollar is creating a lot of stress on our Telugu state parents. Once if you can make the child to understand that you want to be successful on the area in which you prosper, you love it, you like it. If you can give an opportunity for the child to explore, then, I'm definitely damn sure that no child is going to commit suicide. So it is a blame. First of all, we need to focus on the parent, next on the schools. Because now you know pretty well, the environment around is, sky is the limit. You can take any amount of the information.
Thank you, Veerender. Very, very good information. Really very useful for our community, So Kirtana, maybe I ask last question. Already getting late. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Diwakar. And
No,
thank you again.
Venu, you want to ask question, please ask me, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Garu, for taking your time and accepting our request. And thank you, Diwakar Garu, for accommodating my request and do a Zoom call. And you gave a lot of good information. And do you have any recorded videos where we can have your sessions? And
Yes,
if you want to reach you, how can we reach you?
Yes, sir. See, basically, I have one app as well as I am going to share the my channel, YouTube channel. I'll just share once in the so that they can note down my phone number. Yeah.
In the first slide, Veerender.
Yeah, this is the first slide.
Yes.
These are my numbers. First number is my personal number. Second number is my office number. This is my YouTube channel, YYUNME.
Okay.
There are a lot of videos are available. You can definitely go to the YouTube and then you can download. We have prepared recently 1-minute videos so that which can explain about the anxiety, which can about the depression, obsessions, and the psychosis, social anxiety. All these things were prepared in 1-minute video so that people can put less amount of time to understand it.
Yeah, which will help.
Yes. You can visit my website. You can get the more information from all these issues.
Thank you, Veerender, sharing the good information. So Kirtana, last question. Yeah.
Okay, so the last question is how to come out of stress related and to kind of like what others might think about our decisions or lifestyle.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah. So how to come out of, I guess, thinking like stress and specifically what others might think about our decisions or lifestyle.
Yeah. See, the basically human struggle starts only with the idea of that we need to be chiseled or shaped our personality with respect to the acceptance of others. We always sell ourselves with the expectation of others. This is one of the major reasons for us all to experience the stress. Number two is, see, when you are in a particular profession and you want to excel, many of the people try to compare themselves with others. That actually is a major culprit which makes anybody to stressed out or depressed or not able to progress on anything. So what they need to do, anybody really want to progress very well, first of all, don't try to be very important person in somebody's life. At the same time, don't try to expect that somebody should become very important in their life. You can have a conversation, you can talk. Don't try to expect that somebody should come and monitor you or you are going to monitor somebody. And also, people need to behave with respect to your expectations. If you can disconnect from yourself from all these things, you definitely have very, very harmonious life. And focus yourself to improvise your best version. Try to work on your best version. Accept the present situation. Identify what are the areas where you require and need to work on. Then automatically you emerge as a most successful human being. Okay, Kirtana?
Yeah, let's take one more question. It may be last question.
Yeah, please.
How does cognitive behavioral therapy contribute to the treatment of anxiety, and what are some common strategies or techniques used in CBT?
It's a very big question. It is very difficult to answer, but I'll try to put it in a very nutshell. See, cognitive behavior therapy, if you can look into the word, the sentence itself, cognition means thought. Behavior means with your thought, your behavior is there. And therapy, it means the cognition which is the reason for you to behave irrationally because you experience in anxiety. So the CBT help you to redesign your thought process. You know pretty well that life is full of choices, full of alternatives. But unfortunately, we never ready to work for the choices, alternatives. Whatever it comes to your head, you think that is only the thing which you can do. But there are a lot of choices are there. For example, see, you ask a question to me. What choices I have, Kirtana?
Just to convey the answer, and you'll.
I have choices of what, Deepti?
To fulfill the needs of the patient.
One. Second.
To understand their problem and give their treatment for them.
Yeah. Third.
Giving a medication to them, and
fourth.
You'll give your recommendations to them.
Very good. Fifth.
Ask them not to do anything.
Very good. See how many choices you have. So for every problem, there are choices. So we help them to find out the alternatives, and we empower them to take the choices. So in counseling session, CBT is going to help them to find out the possible alternatives for a particular situation, which can helpful for them for the particular state of mind, which made them to come out of that situation. And CBT is going to help you for like this. Kirtana, are you listening?
Yeah. That answers well, Veerender Garu. You explained in a nutshell. Yeah, we got it.
Because the CBT is such a fantastic tool we can work out and do with we'll do the patient with for one day.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
definitely.
because it is a very big tool and very, very rational and scientific, which will be very helpful to the people who are suffering with the anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorders, even for the depression also.
Yeah, well, we finished our questions. Now I would like to thank our Dr.C. Veerender Garu for taking time. And I personally enjoyed your webinar. Your case studies are great. And you explained the concepts of overthinking and anxiety. That helps me a lot. And I also want to thank our Executive Director, Dr. Divakar Janyam Garu, for coordinating and organizing this health and wellness webinar. And now I would like to request Dr. Divakar Janyam Garu, Executive Director for Telangana American Telugu Association, and he'll be giving the vote of thanks today.
And thank you, Deepthi. And thank you, Kirtana. Really, you did awesome job for moderating this webinar. And a very interesting webinar, wellness webinar. Dr. Veerender gave very, very good information. And we would like to extend our gratitude to everyone who participated in the wellness webinar. And we greatly appreciate your presence. The TTA Wellness Committee and TTA Philly chapter conducted successful webinar, both YouTube and Facebook Live. And our sincere thanks to Dr. Veerender, psychologist. And he talked about a lot of real experience, how the people are coming, going stress, ongoing issues. Really is very useful information and very informative webinar. And thank you, Dr. Veerender, sharing your all inside information. And really will contact you. And also, as a behalf of the TTA, whoever need help, Dr. Veerender is ready to help us. And whoever people going to Hyderabad, please make an appointment with Veerender, and he'll give a good advice to our community. Okay. And particularly, everywhere day life going on. And we extend our heartfelt appreciation and our esteemed founder, Dr. Mallareddy Garu, is a founder of the TTA. And main important person is our people, our advisory council, Dr. Vijayapal Reddy Garu, and co-chair, Dr. Mohan Patala Garu, and AC member, Bharat Madadi Garu. And I'll thankful to our president, Mamshi Reddy Garu, providing an incredible platform to serve our community. And also thank you, Mamshi Garu, attending the webinar and talk about the TTA activities. And also, I would like to thank to Suresh, Executive Council member, Seva Coordinator, also talk about Seva Days in India. Particularly, I would like to extend my special thanks to Venu, Mama from Delaware, and Bhaskar Pinna, Madhu, Maladi, and Deepika Reddy for their tireless efforts in coordinating, running the event excellently. And we would like to give a kudos to the social media for organizing the Zoom session, YouTube, and Facebook live coverage. And thanks to the EC members, Pradeep Metragaru, Manohar, Vodke Garu, Prasad, Narasimha Garu Community Chair, and one in New York TTA, Srinivas Reddy Jakkam, New Jersey, BODs, RVPs, RCs, and our esteemed TTA members. And thanks for joining the webinar. And we would like to give a special thanks to Deepthi Meriala and Kirtana Kamboji, co-chair for Youth Committee Chair, and for moderating the webinar and Q&A session. And thank you all for support. And we look forward to your future events. And on June 25th, Dr. Raghu from Hyderabad, famous gastroenterologist, is going to talk about heart issue and other problems, medical webinar. Please join. And thank you very much, Veerendra Garu, for joining and informative session. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you, Srinivas, all the people. And Veerendra, really very interesting. And definitely our TTA community will interact with you. Hopefully we'll organize 1 or 2 webinars future. Definitely we'll do that one with you because it's very useful information, so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Divakar Garu and all Venu Garu. And also Deepti Garu and Kirtana for moderating and putting the questions in the right manner. And also I appreciate all the participants for their interest. And I suggest that take this idea to the people who are, talk about that. Mental health is no more a taboo. And there are a lot of therapies are available where you can make yourself better. And if at all necessary, only people go for the medicine. Otherwise, you can definitely helpful. Even medicine is also not the first generation, and third, fourth generation medicine is there. When it is really required, right medicine, it is not necessary to use lifetime, but few days you can use it and you can make yourself better. You can lead very harmonious and happy life with your family. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks, Vananda. Bye.
Thank you, Veerender Garu, for accepting the webinar request, and you provided the extensive knowledge on how to overcome the anxiety and write on the solutions. So it's very important topic for us, Veerender Garu, and you have extensive knowledge and you shared this knowledge to our TTA family and friends. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you all once.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you. Good
Signing
job.
off. Yeah.
Thanks to social media. Good job. Thank
Yep.
you, Veerender Garu. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, Deepika. Thank you, Deepti. Thank you, Deepika. Thank you, social media.
Thank you, Dr. Garu, for making this happen.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Diwakar, uncle.
Thank you, Kirtana. You did an awesome job. I'll tell you that.
Thank you, uncle.
Thank you. Yeah.